Hello, everybody.
Hi there. My name is Keith.
And my name is Del.
And we're Renjeaux, and we listen to cool albums.
Yes,
Del,
we do. What
are we listening to today, man?
Today, we are listening to the ever-popular, the famous Thinkman, the formula.
The ever-famous Thinkman. I think this is a rather fringe album, isn't it? It was pretty big for me and you, I think.
Yes.
But I don't think it was, like Madonna or anything. But it's a sweet album.
Very sweet album.
It's a thinking man's album, I think.
You think, man?
I think, man. It's a thinking man's album. Thinking woman's album.
Well, here's the band. This is Thinkman, 1984.
That's them. The band, quote unquote.
Wait.
Why do you not have any names there, Del?
Because this is really Thinkman.
Totally. Rupert Hine, definitely.
That is a bunch of actors, and except for the guy third from the left, who is this man? Who is the Thinkman?
Rupert Hine.
Yes.
Who has really been mostly known. I guess he died a couple of years ago.
Last year,
yeah.
Yep.
Really recently. And he was mainly known for his producing.
Mainly known for that, yep.
Other artists.
Well, we got to know him through production because he produced The Fix, and we were big Fix fans.
The Fix.
And so who's this Rupert Hine guy? And then you grab some Rupert Hine albums going, oh, that's Rupert Hine. Cool.
Yeah.
But he produced Tina Turner's probably his most famous production.
Private Dancer.
And Howard Jones.
Several Howard Jones albums. Saga
and Rush
records.
Canadian prog. He did Thompson Twins, Stevie Nicks, Chris de Burgh.
Yeah, just
Susan Vega.
Yep. Bob
Geldof.
Yeah.
He even produced Camel back in the day, some old prog
Anthony
stuff.
Phillips.
Yep. So he's done tons of stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so he came up a musician.
Right.
He actually started recording when he was 16 with David McIver. It was Rupert and David, and they actually got some pretty good little success as a pop duo.
Right.
And Roger Glover of Deep Purple produced his first solo album. And Robert Glover was a friend of his. And they were going to do another one, but Deep Purple kind of blew up.
And huge. And they were too busy.
So Roger listened to all his demo tapes he'd make and said, man, just do that, but do it he was working at Air at the time, just do it here. And so basically Rupert...
Right, instead of doing it at your own house, do it at a real recording studio.
Do it here. So that's where Rupert really started producing, is like, Roger Glover just said, here, you do it. You know what you're doing. So it was kind of like,
okay.
Roger liked what it sounded like and everything, so started throwing other people at him. And there was a woman named Yvonne Elliman, who was
Jesus Christ Superstar.
And what kind of actually kicked Rupert Hine off, because they did a cover of Can't Explain. And Rupert said, this guy's right down the street. Maybe I'll call Pete and see if he wants to come play on a cover of his song. Pete Townsend, give it a shot. He probably won't do it. Sure enough, he came down and played a cover of his own song.
Yep.
And really loved it. Loved working with Rupert.
And he started channeling people
towards Rupert. Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep, so that's kind of kicked off his production.
And then boom, he was right in the middle of everything for a long time.
Right.
Until he died, really. And then what I really remember about kind of his last interview. There's a great interview. I think it might be in our playlist.
It is. Yeah.
Good. That by the Cherry Records guy, and it's such a chilled out interview. But it's so cool.
He's so soft spoken. I didn't realize because
both of those guys were.
Yeah, when we get to this album, he doesn't sound so soft spoken.
No, I know, it's really surprising. But he talked about what he had been up to, like the last 10, 15 years.
Right.
And he was really setting up music publishing on the behalf of musicians.
Yeah.
And advocating for, especially in the streaming music era,
right?
Advocating for musicians to get paid, fairly,
very
equitably,
thoughtful guy, incredibly thoughtful guy. In fact, everyone loved working with him because he was so positive and thoughtful and was encouraging and really got the best out of everybody.
Right, exactly. He wanted to bring out more of the artist, right? He wanted to know what the artist's vision was, what they
really wanted.
Who is this artist, and let's bring that out, right? So it wasn't like he was trying to force his production style, his sound, or whatever on the people he was producing, but was trying to really bring their vision, their voice, their sound out, right? So we have plenty of time to talk about Rupert.
Yes.
Can we talk? Maybe we can get started listening to Thinkman.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Ready. I am, dude. I love this album. Yeah.
Huge.
That sound, man. Those drum sounds. He was always big into what's the first thing we're gonna hear on the album.
Not soft-spoken at all.
Not at all.
I love his voice.
What used to be.
The lyrics, man. Isn't that up the way? Right?
Yeah. We'll get to her too.
Another life, another name, or does it have to end? I always felt safe with you. Undo the best adventures have to end.
Love it. Love this chorus. The singing is so cool on this album. Any back guitar there?
Is this how I'll find love and trust? From being so alone and lost. Is this where we say goodbye? Rather than just live another lie, or does it have to end? I always felt safe with you.
That bass.
Until the best adventures have to end. Now do we leave the scene as friends? There is a silence in the heartache,
This is what I love best about him.
the unknown.
The
Yeah, these
arrangements he
breakdowns.
makes. Yeah.
It's like a bird that can't be heard.
Yeah.
Is it really time to go? Is it time to throw away?
And his production, right, is always top notch, man. Just the coolest sound.
Photographs and relics of what used to be. Oh, is it time to start again? Another life, another name. Does it have to end? Always felt safe with you.
I mean, percussion, those drums. I mean, a fat PHAG sound right there,
Gonna
man.
do it big, man.
I mean, and then that melody, the chorus melody is just, and the lyrics just so freaking catchy, man.
Right. What a way to start this album off, man. Really.
Yeah.